Hey, what's up, guys? Brandon Shelton here, and I wanted to give you a very quick but very, very powerful tip on any of you that are using solo ad traffic, any type of paid traffic, or just have any follow ups in general. This tip will basically allow you to send broadcast emails to people who are not in your follow up sequence. So that way you don't have to bombard people who are still in your follow up series with a whole bunch of emails or conflicting content or just content that's just completely different. It'll really allow you to control the experience of people when they first enter your list. So this is a very powerful trick. It's very, very quick, and hopefully this will be helpful for you and you can implement this into your business right away. I'm only going to go over GetResponse and Aweber because obviously I can't go over every single autoresponder. These are the main two that most people use, so I figure I pretty much cover most of you guys by covering Aweber and GetResponse. We're going to start with Aweber. First, you're going to log into your Aweber account. Then you're going to click on Current Lists. You choose whatever list that you want to work on. So I'm just going to choose on this one. And then you're going to click on Messages and click on Follow-Up Series. You're going to scroll down to the bottom and take a look at this number right here. So that's 4. That just lets you know the number of follow-up messages that you have. Either write it down, memorize it, whatever. Just make sure that you know how many follow-up messages you have in your follow-up sequence. That's very important for you to know that number. Then you're going to hover over this little subscribers tab, click on Manage Subscribers, and it's going to bring you to this screen. Then you're going to click on Select Field. You're going to click on Last Message Number. Then you're going to click on this little middle tab here, and you're going to choose Is Greater Than. Then you're going to put the number of follow-up messages you have. In my case, it'll be 4. Excuse me. If you have 15, then it'll be 15. If you have 1, then it'll be 1. So change this back to 4. You're going to click on Search. And now this is actually a new list for me because I actually just started this campaign about 3 days ago. But that's why this shows no subscribers here. But on yours, there's a chance if it's brand new that it won't show any. It might show some, but don't really worry about that part. Just know that as long as you click search, you're doing it correctly. Then you're going to click on this little Save As Segment and just choose a name. I like to just use subs and follow-up. And a lot of times I'll just put the number of follow-ups that I save the segment as, because if you add follow-ups later, you're going to have to redo this, or if you reduce the number of follow-ups you have. So I just like to put that little number there, so if I happen to have multiple segments, then I know, okay, this is a segment for the correct amount of follow-ups that I currently have. So since I already have a segment like that, I'll just leave this as subs and follow-up. Well, for demonstration purposes, well, you know what, I'll just leave that blank. Then you're just going to click Save As Segment. So now that you save the segment, just remember what this name is. And what you'll do is when you go hover over Broadcast, click Broadcast, just like you're making a regular broadcast message, create broadcast. Just pretend as if I typed a headline and a body here. Just going to click on Next. I'm going to click on Next again. And then you're going to click on Send to Segment, and you're going to scroll down and choose the segment that you just made. This will allow you to send broadcast messages to only the people who are no longer in your follow-up series. Now, I know you're probably thinking, well, what happens when more people get added onto my list and when people who are currently in my follow-up series are no longer in my follow-up series? That part you don't have to worry about because Aweber dynamically updates your segments for you. So new people entering your segment, your list segment, they'll automatically put them in the correct place. People who are in your current follow-up now who get out of your follow-up sequence, Aweber will detect that and basically work that out for you. So once you create the segment once, you're all good to go. Now, one thing I do want to make note of, if you have multiple lists, remember that this only works for one segment at a time. So I'm on this list, Step WC Blueprint. When I have 4 follow-up sequence messages in this particular follow-up. If I email multiple lists using this, it's only going to not include the people in the follow-up for this particular list. It will still include the follow-up for people in, in other lists. So if you have a bunch of different lists and you're emailing them all at once, a one email, then you'll have to email them separately in order to not email to people in the follow-up sequence. Hopefully that makes sense to you. I'm trying the best way to make sure that this makes sense, but basically when you create the segment, it will only not include the people in the follow-up sequence only for this list. It won't make that segment for all these other lists. You'll have to go into each list separately and make separate segments for each single list and broadcast and send broadcast emails to each of the lists separately if you have multiple different emailing lists with a whole bunch of different follow-ups. I like to keep it simple for myself since I know about this and I've been using it for a lot of my paid traffic stuff. So what I do is make sure that my follow-ups are on one particular list, and I just pretty much just do it that way. I mean, sometimes I have to create different follows for different things. If they're in different niches, then it doesn't matter because you're not going to be really emailing them the same content. But that I just wanted to make that clear so that you're not confused. I probably just confused you even more. But if you have any questions, feel free to just PM me or on Facebook or just shoot me an email. If you're on my emailing list, you should have my email already. Now, for get response, it's a lot simpler. Basically, what you do is you hover. I'm just trying to put this back how it would normally be. So let me just do add new segment so that this will look the way like it would look when you first click on search contacts. Okay, cool. So once you log in, you'd hover over contacts and click search contacts. Once you click this, you will choose whatever list you want. So you just hover over this campaigns tab, choose the list that you want to actually segment. On get response, it allows you to do multiple lists at once, unlike Aweber. So in this instance, if you have a bunch of different lists and a bunch of different people in different follow-up sequence, different number of follow-ups, it doesn't matter for get response. So if you have say if I wanted to include all these different lists, I could do that. Okay, so just make sure you select all the lists for all the different follow-up sequences that you have that you want to segment and not to receive broadcast emails, and you just select them all. Then you're going to click on this little contacts button here, and you're going to deselect receiving autoresponders and leave not receiving autoresponders unchecked. So now all the lists that you've chosen, it will automatically grab all the people who are not in your current autoresponder series. The word autoresponder is the same as follow-up series for Aweber, but GetResponse just use different terminology. Now what you'll do is just scroll down and you'll save this segment and name it as you want. Just I list like subs not in. You can use the word autoresponder here since GetResponse uses the terminology autoresponders instead of follow-up, just so that it's clear for you. Use whatever terminology you want, whatever you want to name this, and then you just click on Save Segment, and it will save this segment for you. Then the same as Aweber, when you go in and you create a new newsletter, just say new create newsletter. I'm just going to put gibberish. See if I can just go to next step. So it makes me put something. So I'll do next step here. Next step. Just choose this. I'm just going to do next step again. Sorry, just making you, it's a little bit slow for some reason, but okay, so once you get to this screen, you scroll down, click on choose segments, and the segment that we just made, subs not autoresponder, you click on that segment and it will automatically grab those people not in the autoresponder sequence, and then you can click on next step, and then you can send off your email. Instead of save as a draft, this will say send, and you can send off the email. But it's a lot simpler in GetResponse because it allows you to combine multiple lists so that you don't have to go back and do every single one individual like in Aweber. But I mean, that's the gist of it. If you have any questions, feel free. Like I said, You can either leave a comment below this post, PM me, whatever you like. It'd probably be easy if you just leave a comment below the post, because that way, if anyone else has the same question as you, then they'll already see the answer. If you happen to be on my emailing list and you see this, feel free to shoot me an email, or if you're in my Facebook group, then just shoot me, um, just write a message underneath this video on my Facebook group. All right, thanks guys for your time, and hopefully this was very helpful for you, and really gives you a better control of the people that are entering your emailing list. You can better control their experience. All right, thanks guys, and enjoy the rest of your day.